Hey, I'm Blake.
And I'm Ian.
And this is Awk and All.
A podcast.
Indeed.
That's what it is.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
We're here.
How you doing, man?
I'm pretty good. Pretty good. I got a lot going on, but all in all, I'm okay right now. We have new mics.
You see this?
This is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like this.
One mic right here, and that was kind of causing us problems.
That was, yeah.
Y'all couldn't hear me.
Nah.
I'm too quiet.
Yeah.
He's loud.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm over here just talking all shy and shit.
Gotta come out that shell.
Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there.
This is little by little. This is the beginning.
Official episode.
Second official episode, yes.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. They're going to grow with us.
Yeah. I think it's cool. And we went live recently. We've got a little bit of traction, so that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep that up. And, yeah, I've heard good things. Nothing but.
I like good things.
Which, in the back of my head, it's always like, what if people are just being nice because they're nice to me? I don't know. But I think we're doing good. And I like our first official episode.
I've listened to it 3 or 4 times already in the car.
Yeah, compared to our introductory and stuff like that. Like, those were good, like, tastes of us, sort of. But, like, the first official episode, it really flowed well. I think we did. I'm proud of it.
Me
So,
too.
yeah.
I will give you a high five again, but I don't want it to be a bad one. We'll save it toward the end.
I want to give another one now.
Okay, let's make it count.
Okay, let's make it count.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it looked good, but it sounded good.
It felt good.
All right. Well, that's good.
All right. So, I guess how we're going to start this out today is slightly similar to how we started out last week. Except I'm going to do the Reddit post.
Hey.
Not the short and sweet one.
Oh, yeah. My sassafras.
R.I.P. the hat. Anyway.
I'm glad it's gone.
Yeah.
It will be missed.
It will be, but...
Maybe it'll return later, but it'll be missed.
It's back where it belongs.
For now.
On Mom's head.
She wearing it?
Hopefully so.
I hope so, too.
It still had the tag on it when I stole it from her house.
Now it's nestled neatly under the tree.
She actually asked about it after we had recorded the episode.
No way.
And she's like, "Where is my hat?"
What? That's funny. I like that.
It's like, Mom, you got all these hats. This one still had the tag on it. I just got it.
Oh, that makes sense.
How am I supposed to know? You keep on getting new stuff all over the place.
This is true. Just a bunch of new hats to choose from. You chose the newest one. That's okay. Now she's wearing it because she asked for it.
Yes.
Good.
Very good. So, I got this one. Even though it's not really scary per se.
Okay.
It's more crazy than anything. I got it off the True Scary Stories Reddit.
I've never been on that Reddit.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
It's got some good stuff.
Oh. I've never even found that. I need to go look for that one. That sounds cool.
So to keep in the spirit of October, I guess we'll start out with this little crazy one here, and I'll give you a spooky one later. How about that?
I like that. I'm good with it.
So, this one is titled Camping Incident Last Year. So me and my best friend try to go camping once a year. We have been doing this since we were 13 years old. Side note, at no point in here does it actually say how old they are now. They've just been doing this since they were 13. So, there's that.
Okay.
It could have been 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 10 years ago, 5. I don't know.
They could have been doing this forever, and who knows how long exactly. That's fine.
Yep, that's the only part of this that kind of leaves you wondering.
Okay.
All right. Never really been truly scared or had anything weird happen until last year in the Blue Ridge Mountains. We showed up during peak season the first night, and space was very limited. We were losing light, so we set up camp on a spot on the side of the mountain that was an absolute wind tunnel. Morning came, so we went into town to drink beers and dicked around until late afternoon. By the time we got back up to the mountains to switch our camping spot, we were losing light again, but managed to find a more remote spot. We get set up with our tents, get the fire going, and start drinking again. Time goes by. It's probably 1 a.m. when we see a flashlight aimed at us. And then it starts walking our way. We don't really think much of it and assume it's likely a park ranger coming to fuss at us about something, because who else walks up on you in a remote part of the mountains? I don't know about you, but ever since I started camping, I learned it's kind of an unspoken rule that you don't walk up on someone camping that late at night unless it's an emergency. The person gets close enough and we realize it's just some guy, probably early 50s, in a shirt and basketball shorts, and his girl, 40s, who was avoiding eye contact with us. The man immediately forces a conversation about nothing, doesn't acknowledge the time or his girl. His eyes were darting all over the place while we're talking to him about dumb shit like what model or style of lantern we had and how cool it was. He's saying weird stuff like how he used to be former law enforcement, completely out of context of the random conversation he engaged us in, when all of a sudden he pretends to land his flashlight on our tents and says, "Oh, that's where you guys are sleeping, huh? Cool setup." The way his eyes and flashlight are moving gives us both the feeling that he's trying to see how many of us were there and what we had on us or near us, because his eyes and flashlight kept scanning the ground around us. We were getting sized up. For what, I don't know. Once this guy sees everything around us, he kind of pauses for a minute, ends the conversation, and walks off into the woods. Once his flashlight disappears, me and my friend look at each other, and without me saying anything, he looks at me and says, "We are packing our shit and getting out of here." So we did. This was the most unsettling thing I have ever had happen while camping. I think this guy was going to wait until we were asleep and come back. I just don't know for what. But I do know we were 100% getting sized up that night. Might not seem like much, but if you have ever had a moment with another human being who was sizing you up, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that made me feel uneasy, because I could imagine every bit of that.
Yeah.
And you have somebody just walk up on you being weird as fuck.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's the middle of the night. Like, it's 1 a.m. What are you doing, bro?
Granted, we've been camping plenty of times out in the woods like that. When it gets dark, the time really gets away from you, so you don't really know what time it is. All you see is darkness. All you got is your flashlights and the fire.
Which is fair, yeah.
But I mean...
But even still.
They probably still got phones on them, so they're probably aware of what time it is.
Right. Yeah. I would imagine. But, like, I don't know, man. I could just imagine somebody just scanning. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so you got this going on, that going on.
Talking about like, your former law enforcement?
Yeah, what are you bringing up these pointless things? Like, I know the feeling of somebody coming up on you and trying to, like, size you up. Now, I've never had anything happen to me because of it, but I've had it happen, and it's an unsettling feeling, because like you immediately go into fight or flight and you just prepare yourself for like whatever's about to go down. I don't know I don't like that.
It kind of reminds me, and this story in particular just made me think of this one guy me and Michaela ran into while hiking. Have you ever been to Providence Canyon? The state park. It's a little more South Georgia, down by the Alabama line. It's pretty much Georgia's Grand Canyon.
Okay, so that's cool.
It's pretty nice, especially in the fall.
Yeah.
There was this... We had the dogs with us, both of us, and there's an easy trail to take, like a really quick one, where you just get the views and everything, and then there's like this backcountry trail, where people like go off to the side and set up little campsites.
Right.
We decided to hike that one because it's longer. We want some exercise. Still had some views. Not as much. Wouldn't recommend it. Anyway, about 3/4 of the way through, there's this guy coming, and out of respect, because Missy, my dog, she's
Yeah.
a little vicious sometimes, unpredictable.
Yeah.
So we pull him off to the side, get him sitting down. We just let people pass like that. And when he gets up on us, he just stops looking at the dogs and he's like, "Look at y'all. Stand at attention." And he's just, this whole time. Imagine, I'm going to set the stage. This guy looks like a mix of Ron Perlman and Gary Busey. So imagine Ron Perlman's face, physique with Gary Busey's smile.
It's haunting.
Yes. And he keeps doing that smile too. And
It said stand at attention?
yes, and he just starts talking to us and he's like, "These are such good dogs." And just keeps looking back and forth at us. And I was like, "Yeah, just be careful with this one. She's kind of vicious." And he's like, "Oh, I bet." And he just goes on talking about how he likes camping this area. He knows it like the back of his hand. Talks about how he could hike it even when it's covered in snow.
No.
And I was like, "Yeah, there's some people camping up ahead. So just be wary of that when you're walking through."
Sure.
Most people would say, "Oh, okay." This guy says, "Perfect."
What the fuck?
So after a little
What?
bit, we've probably been sitting there somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, just uncomfortably talking to this dude.
Yeah.
And I say something along the lines of like, "Okay, best be going."
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Yeah, all right." As we're walking off, he's just standing there looking after us for a second, and then he goes off walking again.
Nah, bro.
A little bit when he's just far out of sight, Michaela
Yeah.
looks at me and is like, "Was something off?" I didn't even let her finish the sentence. I was like, "Yes."
Yeah. 100%. For sure.
Man.
See, and these are the reasons. It's stories like that, and it's like movies and things of that nature. I'm not a camping guy, you know what I mean? Like a once in a while thing, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it has to be planned out, and it's not just this like, you know how some people have it like, you know what, this weekend I'm going out camping. That's what I'm doing this weekend. Get away from it. Nah. I will plan it to a T. I got entries, I got exits, I'm good to go. And no. Because you run into, I mean, you can't plan who you're going to run into, regardless. No. But if I just feel more in control a little bit if I've planned it out. Whereas, like, these people, they baffle me when they're just like, this weekend, I'm just going. I'm just grabbing up a few things that I need, and I'm going.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's too out of my control. I can't do it.
You got to plan that shit out, and you cannot go alone.
No. Yeah, and the people that go alone is insane.
Ballsy.
Can't do it. Nah, man. No.
I mean, there's so many things that could go wrong. You could slip off a rock.
Sure, yeah, just for your own health and safety, right?
Yeah. And then run into people like that.
And that. Yeah. Nah, dude.
Yes, we've got quite a few crazy camping, hiking stories, but that one just sticks out. That was probably the worst vibes I ever got off a person.
Yeah. No, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Just the description alone is just a haunting face in my imagination right now. Yeah. No, that's weird.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, so yeah, after those terrifying stories, I'm gonna lighten it up with one that, yeah, it lightens up. It's funny. Anyways,
so.
it was funny to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a memory of us, and in our last episode, your memory triggered this memory for me.
Okay, I've been ready to hear this one.
Yeah, so this one, it's not a long memory, but it was an instance that, like, every time I remember it, it's funnier for me than it probably was for you. So you can give like your side of it because I guarantee you'll remember this.
Okay.
So this is during our soccer days. Okay. And we had gone to you'd come over to my place. I think you'd come over to my house and we were going to get ready to go to soccer from there for whatever reason. That was the turn of events that day. You came over. And prior to that, at one point, I don't know if you remember this, but like there was like almost like a bookshelf type thing in my living room next to the couch.
Had all the DVDs and movies next to
Right
it.
before, yeah, I think so. Like right before you get to the kitchen.
Okay.
Right? And like right there on the right-hand side.
Okay.
As you're walking into the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
So on this bookshelf, there's, books, there's DVD, there's different stuff on it. And then there's just like some of my dad's knickknacks and stuff like that.
I feel like I know where this is going.
Yeah, you know where it's going. I told you you'd remember. And on this, there was a set of handcuffs.
I knew it.
There were a set of handcuffs, and these weren't your fun playtime handcuffs. These weren't child-like, sort of realistic These were police-issued official handcuffs that somehow my dad got a hold of. I don't know, whatever. I don't ask questions about how my dad gets things, to be fair.
Yeah, he got a hold of a lot of...
He's got a lot of stuff. And, so many things that he's got. Who knows how he gets them. So he had this set of handcuffs. So, like when you buy a set of metal handcuffs from just like the store out of the toy section or whatever, wherever you can find them these days, if you even can, I don't know. Everything about them is pretty close to legit, but what you have happen is like this little notch on it allows the handcuff to open. On the police issue, if you've ever been arrested, those don't exist. So, for some reason or another, you grabbed them, and you're playing around with them, and you handcuffed yourself.
Right before we go to a soccer game.
Right before the soccer game. So it looks pretty insane that we're about to have to pull up to soccer. This child has a set of legitimate handcuffs on his wrist.
Definitely can't be handballing. Man.
So my dad also, however he got these handcuffs, did not have a key. And so he was very determined that somehow, some way, he would be able to pick this lock. And it just, wasn't happening. It was not happening. He kept trying and trying and trying, and we're getting down to the wire. We've got to go to soccer. And I think once we got there, eventually, somehow, finally, we picked him off of your wrist. I don't remember how that happened. You'd probably remember better than me, but
I do remember it was right in the nick of time.
It was right before the game started.
Man.
Like, we were getting ready to line up, had to get onto the field, and boom, handcuffs come off, and you're good to go. But I remember everybody was so frustrated that why would you put these handcuffs on your wrists when they're real? We just told you those are real.
Well, it was so much shit. I could not keep my hands to myself when I saw something that I wanted to play with.
Yeah, no, 100%. I was similar.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my flaws back then, and I hope Sebastian doesn't pick that up.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
I know he will, though.
It's kind of inevitable, realistically. Because, we've all, I don't know about everybody. I know I have it. That want to play with, that want to grab, that want, oh, shiny. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And I see that in him. So, yeah, fingers crossed, man.
Yeah,
That he doesn't just end up grabbing somebody's police-issued handcuffs and
because
before he's got to be somewhere important.
I definitely thought it was just gonna be that simple. Like I felt the weight. I kind of knew they were real. I knew they weren't a toy.
They're way heavier. Yeah.
But I counted on the fact that your dad had a key.
Right, because he's got so many things.
Yeah.
And I would have to ask him, but I do think that he also thought there was a key. He just didn't know where it was at.
Yeah.
And because of that, I feel like I remember him warning you that he doesn't know where the key is, or just saying that there isn't a key for that, so be careful, or something like that. I'd have to ask him to see if he remembers, because I feel like he tried to warn you, and then it happened, and it was all like in a blink of an eye, and it was just like a oops kind of situation.
Oh man.
Yeah. So like I said, it was a very like short memory, but it every so often I think about it because it was just really funny to me. And as soon as you brought up soccer, for whatever reason, when I think about soccer, there's a couple of games and stuff like that, but like that really sticks out in my head for sure. Yeah.
I'm just sitting here trying to imagine how that would have worked out if I did still have them on my wrist while we were playing the game.
What would you have done? They probably wouldn't have let you on the field, to be fair.
Yeah, they probably would have considered that a weapon.
Yeah, I was about to say, now you've got something you can sling around and knock these kids out and steal the ball. They wouldn't have let you on the field. You wouldn't have been playing.
Man. Wow.
Yeah. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Wow.
All right, so that's pretty much it for my memory. We can move on to our next segment. Let's see what else we got going on.
Yeah, so remind me not to get any police-grade handcuffs for the house.
Yeah, pretty much never do that.
No.
Yeah.
Even if I find them at Goodwill.
Nah.
Not happening.
Just leave them there. Mm-hmm. Let them be.
Yeah, I can't let Sebastian find something like that.
Mm-mm.
All right, so we can go and get into the real spooky one. The last one I read was kind of, like I said, more unsettling than anything.
Sure, yeah.
This is kind of unsettling, but it's definitely more on the spooky side for spooky season. Now let's get grim. This one is not on true horror stories. This is on unexplained.
Okay. I like some unexplained things. No real answer to stuff.
That's right.
All right.
It all happened about 13 years ago. I was about 14 years old, and I will always remember that late evening. A bit of context first. We are 8 siblings, 4 girls, 4 boys, raised only by Mom. Dad walked out on us a few years prior to the event I am about to tell. We grew up quite modest. Mom was the only breadwinner, and we didn't have a lot, and we were living in a rental that was just a bathroom, a small hallway, a living room that doubled as a bedroom for the girls and Mom, and a kitchen that also doubled as a bedroom for the boys. So they're cramped in there.
Wow. They don't have any legitimate bedrooms?
Nope. Kitchen and living room.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How it's sounding.
Interesting.
9 people in this one little tiny space.
Yeah, that's it. Man.
Yeah. Anyway, we were a content Christian family.
Okay.
It was the 31st of October, and we were only 7 at home. My oldest sister was out, and Mom was at work. Me being the second one, I was in charge. It was about 7 p.m., and we were all in the living room minding our business. Some of us were playing with some toys. I was painting. A few were watching TV, and it was quite peaceful, just waiting for Mom to come home. Suddenly, my younger brother said, "Hey guys, do you hear that?" We turned the TV volume down and listened. From across the hallway, that was connecting the two main rooms. We could all clearly hear a repetitive, high-pitched banging. It was just like someone was repeatedly hitting a spoon on a cup. We all stood frozen. It went on for a few minutes and then it stopped. All bundled up together, we slowly crept our way to the kitchen. On the table, there was some stuff like bread, butter, and a jar with a spoon in it. We just ate, and we didn't put stuff away. We got close and tried to mix the jam with the spoon, and surely enough, it was the same sound. At this point, we didn't know what was the deal, and we were really creeped out. The sound we heard couldn't have been produced by something like the wind or other exterior forces. It was very deliberate, and it went on for a few minutes, so not just a spoon falling off or something like that. We put the things away, and we went back to the living room. That is when the horror really started. I kid you not, around the whole house, there were unexplainable bangings. We could hear footsteps in the hallway, above us from the attic, around us from the walls. We all started crying and got in a bed, all bundled up, praying. It all went like this for a few minutes, and suddenly we heard the house door open. It was Mom. She just came back from work, and it all stopped. Needless to say, we all jumped on her, hugging her and crying. We told her what happened, and she was shocked. We never had an experience like that, and when we get together, we sometimes talk about it. It was one of the most scary things that ever happened to us. We all heard the same things, we didn't see anything, but the sounds were real. We think it might have been something like a demonic attack that wanted to create fear in us, in one of the darkest nights of the year. Did any of you ever experience something like this?
It is on Halloween, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So the mom could be throwing a prank out there, but because they end up sharing such a, I guess, trauma bond over it all, really, then she just kind of, lets it go and never admits that it was her, because everybody was so bonded over it all.
Exactly.
Damn, yeah, I could see that.
It's a possibility,
Yeah.
but somebody actually asks on here, Dwanek, that's some crazy shit. You sure Mom wasn't messing with you kids or your sister? It was Halloween after all.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come in and say, the original poster, they said, nah, Mom isn't the one to pull off stunts like these. And the layout of our home really made it hard or perhaps even impossible for anyone to make noises from outside. Basically, to get inside, you had to climb a flight of stairs, and below us there was this room that we later turned into a kitchen, but at the time it was just for storage. You couldn't reach the outer walls where we lived only via stepladder maybe. And one more thing, the house was split in two so that two families could live in there, so it's a duplex. So only the other part of the house was vacant at that time, and no one got into it. So half of the walls were inaccessible from outside, and half of them were between us and the vacant apartment. The thing is, all the bangs and noises were coming from within the walls, and a lot at the same time. I remember days after, me and my brothers tried to reenact the noises, and we couldn't really get the same intensity or sound.
I don't know, man. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. At the same time, I could see somebody pulling off a prank like that, but also I'm a person who leans a little bit more into the unexplained and the what was that kind of mentality, you know what I mean? I definitely subscribe to ghosts and evil spirits and demons and all that stuff. So
especially with all that stuff going on at once.
Right, and that's the thing, when it's coming from multiple, everything's happening, I don't know, it gets less and less likely that Mom could pull it off, or Mom and the sister simultaneously could pull it off. It's also not as likely that they both, if they were involved, if both of them were involved, that's the closest that they have to being able to pull it off, right? That's the closest, but still unlikely. Even still, after all these years, nobody's just kind of hey guys, just it was us, okay? Neither one of them, like, you could take something to your grave when you're the only one that knows about it. You know what I mean? It's a lot less likely once somebody else knows. So I don't know. But yeah, that's a creepy one. That's a good one.
Yeah, man. Have you ever had any paranormal experiences? That you can remember?
I do have. I have one. I have two. I have two.
Two?
Yeah. So.
That's more than I got.
Okay. Do you have some? Do you have one?
I feel like I got one, but it's a lame one. It's like a door slamming shut randomly. That's it.
It just slammed shut? Yeah. Like, shut.
Michaela's got a few.
She's got a few?
Yeah.
I would like to sit down and listen to some of hers.
But I guess my spirit's not, I guess I kind of push away the ghosties.
Got you.
I'd like to see one, but at the same time I wouldn't.
Yeah, see one for the proof of it all. Yeah. Okay.
I believe in them. Let me go ahead and say that. I believe.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's just so hard not to these days. You know what I mean? There's plenty of skeptics and everything like that, and it is what it is, and that's fine. Like, it is what, everybody can believe what they want to believe. But this is what happened to me. It was probably in about 4th grade. So what this happened around 4th grade, and okay, so you remember the layout of my house, right?
Right.
So like if we're going from the front of it, here's my bedroom, and then you come out, there's the bathroom, and you come out, and here's the living room. Mm-hmm. So at the time, we had our couches set up with one with the back towards that bar that divided off the kitchen. And then we had another that was on this side of the living room, I think. So anyways.
And then you had the computer in between.
Right behind this couch area. Yeah. So on this couch, if you're laying with your head on this end, you have a direct view of my bedroom. Well, late at night one night, I wake up and I'm fully awake. I can move, I can get up, everything, no troubles. Mm-hmm. You remember before one of the doors broke off and we put the curtain up, I had sliding doors on my closet in my bedroom.
Vaguely.
Yeah. So those were slid shut. And on the inside, I just hear. And so I'm like, what was that, bro? And so I'm like, okay. And I hear it again. And so I'm like, nah, bro. Oh, no. I'm trying to convince myself of just like anything being in there.
Yeah.
Something.
Like a rat or
anything. Like, I don't think I ever saw one of those until I became an adult, but I would have taken any explanation.
Yeah.
Anything. So I keep hearing it, and then I put the blanket over my head. I'm a little kid, freaked out, throw the blanket over the head. I don't hear it anymore. I take the covers off.
As soon as you take them off.
And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I get up out of bed.
Yeah.
I go down into my parents' room.
Mommy!
I go and I get my dad. And so I was like, Dad, I keep hearing a scratching in my closet. And maybe I wasn't describing it because, of course, like, he's half asleep and, like, in his head, maybe one of my toys was, like, sliding down the door or something like that. But it was very distinct. It wasn't just like a, you know what I mean? So he's checking my closet. He doesn't see anything. He's like, I don't see anything going on. You're good. You can lay back down. I'm like, all right, I'll lay back down. So I do. And then I was like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. So I put the covers back over my head and I was like, I'm just gonna try to go to sleep. And I don't hear it anymore. I'm like, all right, it's fine. This is good. It's okay. So I am laying there, and I had one of these like thick blankets on my bed at the time, and it was getting hard to breathe.
Yeah.
And if I take the covers off, then I hear the scratching again. So I'm like, I can't sleep in here tonight. So I go into the living room, and I tried to warn them again. And I think this time my mom might have got up with me and like sat on the couch with me for a little bit until I fell asleep. So I'm laying there, and I'm laying there. And, you know, we can chalk this up to super late, not getting enough sleep, hallucinating. But I'm laying with my head on this side of the couch. And my back is toward the back of the couch, so I'm facing my bedroom. My door's open.
And you're just constantly looking that way.
And I'm just staring at it. And then I see a figure come out of my bedroom.
No.
Close my door. And then go into my bathroom. But...
Boy, if you had told me this shit, I would have never come back over to your house. All them times I had to sleep in your room.
Yeah, bro.
And you knew that too.
Yeah. I never really brought it up again because here's the thing. The next day, I just wrote it off as like, I'm super tired and, you know, just hallucinating. I needed some rest. But to this day, I can't explain most of it. Yeah. So it was definitely weird. The other thing that I have, this one's really short. So I was over, the other thing is I was at my friend's house. Now his house is set up like, when you go into it, there's like a, I guess sort of a living room type situation, a bathroom right here, like 3 or 4 steps. Then over here is a kitchen. Then you turn here, another living room, and you go up these stairs, and it's their 3 bedrooms up here.
It almost somewhat sounds like Mom's house.
Does it?
Almost.
Yeah.
Probably different, but the way you're describing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue. So,
when you go in this first bathroom, and then you come around here, and there's like another bathroom, and their 3 bedrooms. And so we're in this hallway, or down at the end of the hall is where his bedroom is up top. And so I was like, I got to go to the bathroom, dude. So I'm going to head down, and all the lights are off in the house. And I just make my way down the stairs, and I come down these couple little stairs, and I go into the bathroom. Then I come back out, and I take one step onto these little stairs. And as soon as I take this little step onto the stairs, the lights in the kitchen over here turn on. I'm like, okay, my buddy came down after me. I was in the bathroom, whatever. He just turned the lights on. Cool. Then he comes down the stairs. I was like, hey, what are you doing? Turn the lights off. And I was like, I just came out of the bathroom, bro. What are you talking about? The light switch is all the way in the middle of the kitchen. I thought you turned it on. I was like, I thought you turned it on, man. And he was like, I just came down here to check on you because I saw it flip on. I didn't want that light to wake my mom up. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, bro, it wasn't me. Like, he was like, oh, shit. So then he starts telling me about all these other hauntings. That's his house, man. So, needless to say, I might have gone over there one other time, but that was about it. I didn't go over there many other times after that. Because I've never in my life seen a light switch flip itself on. And I don't need an explanation for how that may have happened. So, yeah.
Don't need no possessions up in there.
Nah. But yeah, that's the only ones I have that I've dealt with in my entire life. Shauna's got some, though. She's got some crazy ones. Yeah. I'll let her.
All the other ones.
Yeah, they get all the other ones. I don't know. They get the good ones. I'll have her sit down and tell you some of those sometime. Cause yeah,
I'd like to hear them.
Oh, they're boy.
And we'd like to hear yours as well. If you got some scary stuff that you got going on at your house,
God, yes,
please.
Yeah, 100%. If anybody, whether it's an experience that you're dealing with now, or you've dealt with in the past, or anything of that nature, please put it in the comments. Send us messages. However you choose to do it is fine by me. I want to read them all.
We like the spooky stuff.
Love it. Love the spooky stuff. And if you feel it's spooky enough and you want us to read it, you can include that, and we'll take that into consideration and potentially read that on here, because that could be cool as well.
Woohoo! Shout outs.
Yeah. I think that would be fun.
I think so too.
Yeah, so submit those if you have any, and if they're too outlandish, like whatever, like they need to be legit. So please make them as legit as possible.
We'll be able
submit
to tell.
them, and I'll definitely make sure. We'll pick the best one, and we will choose to read whichever ones we like the best. And
even if it's something lame like mine
up.
with doors just shutting.
Yeah. Even it doesn't matter if it's long or short. That doesn't matter at all. Just give me a synopsis of what happened. We will read those. Now we're gonna play a game. This game will involve us each reading off. I don't know if you chose the most obscure you could. I still tried to keep it pretty guessable, but you'd have to know the song. So basically, we took songs, we took a couple of lines of lyrics from those. These are all from like the early 2000s, like before 2010 era type stuff.
When we were growing up.
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah, you might just remember some of these.
So chances are, if you're listening to us, the likelihood is you probably know these songs as well. So feel free to guess at home. It's a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do a coin flip. We'll figure out who's going first. You want to go me, then you, or obviously whoever wins the coins will switch off. Cool. Yeah. Cool.
It's the same North Dakota coin, guys.
North Dakota making another appearance.
Heads Ian, tails Blake.
All right.
That looks like
to
me.
North Dakota. Yeah, Buffalo.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So we're gonna let you take the lead.
All right. Here we go. Okay, so first one. We'll scream loud at the top of our lungs, and they'll think it's just because we're young.
This sounds so familiar, too.
Yeah.
We'll scream loud at the top of our lungs, and they'll think it's just because we're young.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. It's not coming to me.
No?
Nope.
All right. It is The Great Escape by Boys Like Girls.
Oh, man. Yeah. I wouldn't have even been able to name that one, to be honest.
That's fair.
Here's my first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been wrong. I've been down. Been to the bottom of every bottle. These 5 words in my head scream, are we having fun yet?
Bro, I know this song. Because I know these lyrics. Dude, I can't come up with it.
Yeah. It's How You Remind Me by Nickelback.
God dang it.
I felt the need to start with Nickelback because I want to go ahead and acknowledge the hate that Nickelback gets for no reason.
It's uncalled for.
Yeah.
It's uncalled for.
It just came out of nowhere.
There's one movie that I trace it back to, and I can't remember the name of the movie anymore, so whatever, that's irrelevant. But the hate that they get is completely uncalled for.
Yeah, I mean, look at how popular they were back when we were in school.
Yeah.
I mean,
until they came out with like Photograph, which is still a good song.
Yeah. It
just got really, really overplayed.
Yeah, that's the main argument I keep hearing people say, that it got too repetitive. They start hearing the same old songs.
Sure.
But if you go listen to their catalog,
actually listen to the music. Don't just listen to Animal. Don't just listen to,
and don't listen to the internet.
Photograph, and definitely make opinions for yourselves.
Right.
Don't take the opinions of others as facts.
Yeah. And if you have a real reason that you don't like Nickelback, share that with us.
Yeah.
You're wrong, but
look, if Chad did you dirty, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Maybe you like Avril Lavigne. Maybe you want Avril Lavigne for yourself. Are they still together?
Now she was dating this one dude,
Well,
Mod's son, for a little bit, but I think they're not together anymore either. So
that's pretty irrelevant.
completely irrelevant.
Out of the loop here.
Well,
Anyway, we love Nickelback.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like Nickelback, man.
Yep.
They're good people.
Not my favorite,
I think.
but it's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite? Creed. With arms wide open.
I'm telling Gerard.
That's my favorite one. Okay, for real though, MCR. Yeah, all day. If we're gonna be honest, sorry everybody, I lied. It's My Chemical Romance.
I was about to snitch on you so fast.
Which is why I'll go ahead and give you a hint that doesn't help you whatsoever. I put no My Chemical Romance in any of my choices today.
I figured you wouldn't. That would be too obvious.
Exactly, yeah. That's why I didn't do it.
All right. Well, it is your turn, my friend.
All right, here we go. Let's see if you can get this one. Because this is one of my favorite quotes from this song because it's funny.
Nice.
Okay, so did you know if you were caught and you were smoking crack, McDonald's wouldn't even want to take you back? You could always just run for mayor of D.C.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous. Good Charlotte.
Yeah, right. Yeah, good stuff.
Very good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that line is like hard to miss, but I just had to include it because it's one of my favorite lines from any song ever.
And it's so relevant these days.
And just in politics in general, DC definitely had a mayor who definitely got caught smoking crack, but guess what? They still let him be the mayor again. Crazy.
That album got worn out.
Oh, that album. It was the first Good Charlotte thing that I owned. What was that? Young and the Hopeless? And,
one with the anthem on it.
boy, I played the hell out of that album.
Amazing album.
Yeah, it's a good one. But yeah, Lifestyles is probably one of my favorites on there. Girls Don't Like Boys or whatever that one is.
Girls and Boys. Yeah.
Girls and Boys. There you go. Yeah. That one's probably the number one for me, though. Yeah.
Most definitely.
Love it.
And, let's see. I don't know. I have a friend that has gone to see them a couple times in recent years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently they play mostly their newer stuff, but toward the end, she says they like to bring out stuff from that album back in the day.
I would hope so.
I would hope so, too.
Yeah, that's the album to do, bro. That one and the
One with
Chronicles of Life and Death.
That one.
Yeah. That was such a great album art. They had two different versions of the album come out. Like that was a really cool concept in general. And now Homeboy's the host of Ink Master. So
oh, nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Proud of him.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, bro.
Let's see.
Well, it's your go now. Let's see if I get any worse at this.
Let's see. After that last one, I don't know.
I might.
Cities breaking down on a camel's back. They just have to go because they don't know whack. So while you fill the streets, it's appealing to see. You won't get out the county because you're bad and free.
Huh?
You want me to do it again?
No, I just think that right off rip, I don't recognize these lyrics.
If you heard it, you'll probably know it.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, you're probably right. But, like, just you reading the lyrics, I don't think I'd notice them. Like, I don't recognize them, which is... read it again.
Okay. Cities breaking down on a camel's back. They just have to go because they don't know whack. So while you fill the streets, it's appealing to see. You won't get out the county because you're bad and free.
Oh, okay. That time it became a little more, it was a little more recognizable that time.
Yeah, because I kind of read it along with the rhythm.
Yeah,
slightly.
maybe that was helpful.
I fucked up.
Well, I mean, it made it a little more recognizable to me, but I'm still not Nah, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna feel really dumb on this one.
It's Feel Good Inc. by Gorillaz.
Yeah. Okay. There it is.
Don't
And
worry.
now I can hear it in my head, just like clear as day. Damn it, that pisses me off.
So I got 1. So far, you got 0.
Yeah. I'm doing way worse at this than I thought I would.
Don't worry. I made the last one kind of easy.
Thanks. I need it, clearly.
I hope so.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, with this track record, we'll see. Okay, the last one I have is just a random one that I thought might trip you up in its simplicity. We'll see. I'll keep tossing rocks at your window. There's no turning back for us tonight. If you need more, let me know. But I figured that was just 2 lines off of it.
No, I know this. I'm just struggling to find the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Check Yes Juliet by We the Kings?
Yeah, dude, that's it.
There
Good
we go.
job. Hell yeah.
That's a throwback. I
Yeah.
haven't listened to that one in forever, but as soon as you said it, it just came right back.
Yeah, it kind of clicked. Like, I wasn't sure if it would be too straightforward, because that reference of just tossing rocks at people's windows, it's used a lot, you know, and I still play that one every so often.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I like that one.
Well, with that one, I've officially won. I'm sorry, but I'm still going to give
Yeah, you won. That's 100%. You took this one, bro. More power to you.
All right. But like I said, this last one should be easy for you.
Okay.
It's simple.
All right.
I got
We'll
the
see.
I got the diamonds and the ice all hands set. I might cause a cold front if I take a deep breath. Please get this.
Maybe I'm just not good at this style of game. Like, I just don't know it unless I hear it. Okay, read it one more time for me.
I got the diamonds and the ice all hands set. I might cause a cold front if I take a deep breath.
It's that part that I recognize. Oh my goodness. I'm about to be so mad at myself, bro.
It's just the name of it, huh?
I can already feel it, dude. Oh my goodness.
Everybody listening is probably so mad.
Dude, they're screaming at their phones or televisions or whatever the case is. They are screaming right now, and I know they are. And they probably, to be fair, probably have been this whole time. I know they're yelling at their TV right now because I can. Oh my goodness, bro. Read it one more time. And this is the last time I make you read it. If I'm still not clicking, I'm just letting it go.
All right.
All right.
I got the diamonds and the ice all hands set. I might cause a cold front if I take a deep breath.
Fucking damn it, bro.
It's not there.
It's not there. Just give it to me.
So that part.
I'm about to be so mad at myself.
So that particular part
Mhm.
was from Paul Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Grills.
Grills. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's Nelly's song, but it was Paul Wall's part.
I mean, yeah, it is Paul Wall's part, but yeah, it's Grills. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, that's okay.
Well, can't win them all.
Can't win them all.
Let it go. It's all good. It's all good.
It was fun though.
Oh yeah, no, that was a good one. We might have to bring that one back. Maybe do different genres and different different stuff like that. Different time periods. 80s would be cool. Maybe 70s. Current to date things. I don't know what I would choose, but
Yeah.
I mostly listen to some early 2000s stuff, and yeah, but
Might throw some Megan Thee Stallion in there. I got a fat pussy.
yeah, yeah, some Megan Thee Stallion, some Chaperone, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, who knows?
Somebody.
Oh, Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know. I'd just be. There it is. All right. That was a good one. This is the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of fun stuff in that one, I feel like.
Yeah, some spooky stuff, some fun stuff. It was a good one.
Yeah. I lost a game. That was fun.
It's okay.
I can't let it go.
Don't cry.
I'm gonna.
You need me to get some tissue paper?
Please?
There's none in reach, actually. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have offered.
Okay. It's fine. I'll use my shirt.
Okay.
All right. So, no, that was good. If you guys enjoyed that, please like, subscribe, rate, all the things. We are currently in the process of getting everything created and uploaded to every single place that you can listen to your podcasts. As of right now, we should be live on here, obviously on YouTube, where you're watching this. And if you're listening, then here, wherever you're listening. But currently the locations are Spotify, Amazon, and Apple. So be on the lookout for those. More are coming. And as we continue those through, I'll continue updating where you can find everything for us.
Are we on Amazon and Apple?
Yeah, you didn't know about that.
No, I thought it was just Spotify and YouTube.
Hey, your boy's doing a little bit of work here. I was making some moves and getting some things connected and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We making it happen, guys. We're making it happen. This has been fun. This is a good time. I'm really enjoying this. So, yeah, so be on the lookout for more locations wherever you listen to them. I'm trying to get through every place that you can listen, obviously. So we have compiled a list of those places. If you think that there's a place you listen to podcasts that I might be missing, I doubt it. But if you think so, send us a message, send us a comment, make sure that we are on your favorite place to listen to. We want to be available to everybody wherever it is. So
apparently iHeartRadio is low-key popular. I don't know if you saw that on there.
I'm currently working on that one too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that is a popular one. There are places called like Good Pods. Like there are places that we have probably never listened to a podcast in our life, to be fair.
Or would have thought about
or would have ever thought about, because I just didn't know they existed. I listened to like the main locations that I hear about all the time. That's where I get my stuff. So it's also been cool kind of learning where all those locations are. But yeah, we're trying to get distributed to all of them. So it's a slow thing, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
We got new mics. We got new equipment. We look better.
Yeah,
we sound
some
better.
solid lighting going on in here. This is pretty snazzy.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
So do all that.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe.
Please.
Now that you've heard a couple of episodes from us, maybe you could drop us a good review. Like we said last time, 5 stars will be preferential. You can talk shit if you want.
Obviously, we want the most stars you can give. If you just can't find it in your heart to give it to us, tell us why, so that we can make the changes and you can update that to a higher rating. Whatever the case may be, we want to grow, we want to build, we want to make it better, and we want to make it cool for you guys to listen to. So,
and aside from that, personally, you may feel the same way.
Maybe.
They're going to be watching us grow.
Yes.
I want this to inspire people to just
100%.
jump out of the norm.
Yeah.
As they see us grow, as they see us get better and better with this, don't get stuck in the 9 to 5. If there's something you've been wanting to do,
100%.
Just do it!
Old Shia LaBeouf over here. No, seriously. I have learned in recent years, just when I had originally left the career that I went to college for, pursued a different one entirely in tattooing, and like you can bounce all around, and sometimes you go back to the things that you did originally and sometimes you don't, but whatever happens, you chase your dreams so that at the very least you never have regrets. That's the biggest thing, is living a life with zero regrets. If you can dream it, it is possible to happen. You see it happening for other people. That's why we did it, because we're doing this. We've seen it work for other people. They're having fun. They're getting to hang out with each other and make something of it. And we want to make something of it too. We want to get our voices out there. We want you guys to enjoy it, put out fun content for people, and to just kind of leave our mark. And whatever way that may be for you, it doesn't have to be podcasting or YouTube videos or being an influencer or any of this stuff. It could be whatever you want it to be, but whatever your dream is, chase it, please, because it's possible.
Absolutely. Fuck what America tells you.
Yeah, boy. And with everything considered, all in all,
that was all in all. Bye, my friends.
Bye, my friends.